Today on Everyday AI, we talked about the future of AI and the real estate industry and property management. So I thought there's got to be a GPT for that, right? All right, we found one. So the property listings wizard, we're going to take a look at this GPT that can help you write better descriptions that'll maybe help sell your home faster or rent your place a little quicker. All right, so let's check that out. But as a reminder, if you're new here, this is our AI in 5. My name is Jordan Wilson. I'm the host of Everyday AI. If you don't know, we're a daily live stream podcast, free daily newsletter, helping everyday people like you and me learn and leverage generative AI. So let's take a look at this piece of generative AI. So this is a property listing wizard. So a GPT, I'll leave the description, the link for this GPT in the video. So one thing, if you're new with GPTs, you do have to have a chatgpt plus account, $20 a month. And then all you need is a link, and then you can go use the GPT. So I always tell people, just ask what it can do. So say, what does the property listings wizard GPT do? All right, so it should rattle back everything that it can do. So, one of the main things here is creating property descriptions. And as weird as it sounds, I've actually used ChatGPT for this, to help a family member improve a description on their home. So what I did is I just found a random, I'm from Chicago, so I just found a random house for sale in Chicago. So we're going to put this to the test and see how well it does. So what I said is write a description for this house. I gave the address, and then I said, be very specific when mentioning features in the neighborhood and in Chicago, and do not talk in generalities. Focus on descriptive language without being corny, and highlight the specifics of the neighborhood as it's highly desirable. All right, so here we go. So it is already writing everything right now. And you'll see, like, sometimes, I don't know if you've bought a home recently, or if you've looked at listings for apartments to rent, the description is actually pretty big, if I'm being honest. I've done this a lot. I've looked at tons of different property descriptions, and yeah, you look at the photos, but you want to read the description. And, when you're talking about, whether it's, the difference between a huge commission, or the difference maybe just between renting your place or not renting it, a description can actually go a long way. So we'll see here. Did a pretty good job, so it talked about the spacious layout, the bedrooms. I'm going here. I'm making sure that it really pumped up the neighborhood, because this is a really good neighborhood here in Chicago. So it talked about the desirable West Town area, excellent walkability, quality schooling, convenient transportation. So I'm going to say, please try this once more. I'm going to say, do not break it down into categories, and please be more specific on the benefits of the neighborhood, such as specific shops, restaurants, attractions, etc. All right, so we'll try one more time. So it kind of gave us a list, which is nice, but this isn't something that you would really use, I don't think, in a property listing, because it's just bullet points, right? So you really want that descriptive language that can, really draw people in, and kind of put them in the front seat of saying, hey, this is what it would be like to live here. So let's see on this second attempt how well it does. All right, there we go. I can already tell it's already doing a much better job of writing this in the way that you would want it to be written. All right, so pretty good. It's still kind of breaking it down into points and subpoints, but we have a nice little description up here. It is breaking it down again, which I didn't necessarily want. So we're gonna try one more time. I'm gonna say, please try once more, and do not break it down into categories and subcategories. And I'm going to say, please use more enticing language that would make a prospective buyer want to tour the place immediately. All right, we're just trying some random prompts here. I don't like typing live on the screen because it takes forever. So we'll see a third attempt, right? So the good thing about this GPT, which, we asked it up here, is It does, it says that it takes, real estate standards into mind, right? So presumably, in its documentation, in its knowledge base, this GPT has certain, documentations or insights or information that takes into account these, real estate standards. I'm sure there's things you can't say or can't say, best practices, etc. Which might take you a really long time if you're doing this yourself. But there we go. We finally got it. So we just needed to be a little more specific. So it wouldn't break it down into categories, but that could have just happened because of our first prompt and the way that ChatGPT and this GPT interpreted it. But let's take a look at this last one here and see if this is going to make this home sell. All right. So I like this. This is pretty good. So, they are talking about very specific restaurants kind of in the area. I'm actually pretty sure those aren't too close, but they're in the general vicinity of this area. Yeah, so did a pretty good job of what I wanted it to do, which is pumping up the neighborhood and really telling people what it would be like to live here, to sell this place. So I think it did a pretty good job. So if nothing else, I think you can just take your whatever basic description you have, put it in this GPT and tell it to improve it. And presumably it's going to come out a lot better. All right, that's it. I hope this is helpful. If so, let me know in the comments. Please subscribe to this channel, but also go to youreverydayai.com, sign up for that free daily newsletter. Hey, reply to the email. Let me know what you want to see. I'll make sure to hit you back and get more of it. So thanks for seeing in this AI in 5, and we'll see you back for another. Thanks, y'all.